XRP 2025 price prediction. We are going to cover where XRP is at now, where it could head to, and where it could extend to in the coming weeks and months, and potentially further into 2025. Some of you have waited 4 years for these next 4 months, and how you play these next 4 months will decide how you live the rest of this decade. So it's time to buckle up and it's time to strap in, because right now XRP is in the middle of what I believe is the next move. It's a new year, so we got a new move coming up for XRP and XLM, and we're going to cover and decipher what's going on and where we could be heading to next. So let's dive into it. First and foremost, you're going to want to hit the subscribe button. Share this with every XRP holder you know. Leave a like and leave a comment. Show me that love. You guys did it in the last video for the XLM 2025 price prediction. I read all the comments and I appreciate the love. So for this video, please share that love again. Let me know what you think about the prediction, and also share this with everybody you know. It's super important because there's so much noise in this space, and especially in the XRP community, but that's for another time. And right now, what I'm going to cover for the charts are going to be extremely important to know if this is your first bull run or even if it's your second or third bull run. A lot of people don't put more emphasis on the charts, and they're extremely important. So we're going to dive into it right now. So straight out of the gate, first and foremost, let me explain to you what's on the chart, because we got a lot of colored stuff. I'm going to explain to you the Stargate software here. We got 3 key indicators up. The OG Stargate signals. That's the vertical green line. The vertical green line is you're prepared to buy soon. You're not buying yet. You're waiting for that vertical blue buy now confirmation. When that vertical blue buy now confirmation comes in, that's an actionable trigger to take. Then you have your vertical red prepare to sell soon signals. You're not doing anything yet. You're waiting until that vertical yellow sell now confirmation comes in, and that's your trigger. Then we have the Stargate snakes up. That's this rainbow looking thing. The green zone is your belly of the beast, is what I like to call it. When you get into the belly of the beast, usually that's the best time to accumulate a coin. And usually if we go below the belly of the beast, it's even better of a time to buy that coin, and likely it's the bear market lows. Once we get into the hot zone, this red zone, that's usually the best time to take profits in bull markets, and even better if we extend past the hot zone here, as you can see with XRP. Then we have the horizontal lines that you see here. This is a Stargate Fib forecaster. It takes a micro Fibonacci, a medium Fibonacci, and a green macro Fibonacci, and it outlays it on the chart. The Fibonacci levels are important to know where prices could extend to when you're hitting new all-time highs, but it is not to be used as something that is set in stone. You know, we have extension levels here and price targets, but what if it goes right up close to that price target? Are you going to wait for that specific number? And that's why really the bread and butter of the software is the Stargate signals here with the vertical lines, because crypto is a momentum driven market. And as you can see here, is crypto a momentum driven market? Yes, the market is significantly influenced by momentum driven factors. And that is what the Stargate signals, the OG signals, deciphers and decodes the momentum in the market. So there's tons of price targets, and even though they're important, at the end of the day, the momentum rules the way. And that's why following the Stargate signals with the buys like it did back at the bottom in 2022 at 33 cents, and then with the sells that may be coming soon here in the next couple of months, whatever price target it is at, it is extremely important to follow. And we'll get into that. Now let's go into the price targets. So first and foremost, looking at the past bull markets for XRP like 2017 and 2021, we have basically 2 sell signals before the macro top. And usually it's 2 buy signals before the macro bottom. So for XRP, we had 1 sell signal, 2 sell signal, and then it was the macro top. Just like we had in the 2021 bull market. It was a little shisty because we should have been hitting new all-time highs here, but the SC lawsuit came out right here, and then we had that sell signal come in at a time that it shouldn't have. But there's other factors that we look at, and we did not sell during that time. Even though the lawsuit and it was scary, we're actually buying during that time. Then the second sell signal came in, and we saw the macro top come in before the buys coming in at the bottom. So we chalk it up to 2 sell signals for XRP, and the macro top is in. Luckily, there has not been one yet. There hasn't been one yet. So there's a lot of room to grow here. And if we look at the levels that XRP needs to hold as far as concrete support, let's say XRP comes down in price miraculous, which I don't believe, but that's just my opinion, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. So if it were to come down, we absolutely need to hold $1.60 to $1.85. At the most, it could come down to $1.50. Anything below that level, it's not looking good. And we would get sell nows before that point. But I'm going to outline this zone as our concrete support. Then we have our concrete resistance, which basically we're in the heat of it right now. And that's between $3.30 all the way down to basically where we're at now, $2.50. That is the must break above level and hold for XRP to hit new all-time highs. So we're right in the middle. Now that we deciphered our concrete ceiling and we have our concrete support, now we can cover the next levels. So basically what happened with XRP was we're in the belly of the beast. And then in 2024, we started to just bounce on it. We're bouncing on it, bouncing on it. And then we had our July big correction, which it came down and hit a key level, 38 cents, unbelievable buying opportunity. And then we were able to pop back above it, hold us for, hold us support. And then it was at this moment, November 4th, where we broke above this micro 786. Usually when you break above a micro 786, you can target the 2618 for the first level, but really most of the time you'll see it actually go to the 4236, and that was at $1.86 for XRP. We smashed through that level and we actually went right to the bottom of the hot zone. That's where we found our resistance at, which was at $2.88 at the time when it went up to there in December. Then we started to come back down a bit, and we have our next level now. As you can see, the snakes, as price moves up, the levels move up for the hot zone and the belly of the beast. So now we have our hot zone, the bottom of it, at $3.20. And then we have our 2618 extension of the medium fib from the 786 that we broke above here at 77 cents at $4. So our next level that we're likely going to gravitate to is between $3.20 to basically $4 up there. So our next key level that we're going to need to break above is $3.30, because that's the bottom of the hot zone. We found resistance at it early in December, and that was expected because it's not like we're just going to smash right up through it and keep going. We found our heavy concrete ceiling there. We need to come back down and recharge, and now we're seeing the initial pump right now. So our next level that we need to get above is $3.30. And once we can get above and hold as support there, then it's very likely quickly we're going to come up to $4. Then we have our top of the hot zone here at $6.20 at press time. It is January 4th, 5:40 a.m., by the way. So likely we get above that $4 level, we're probably quickly going to move up to $6. And then at that point, we have our $9.69 level, the 3618. And then we have our 4236 level, which is around $16.84. Those are our levels right there. And then we have our 1618 extension of our macro bull market top from 2018 to bear market bottom in 2020 at $32.06. So I'm going to mark that. Now, if we take the fractal back from 2017, which we're following pretty much to a T, let me overlay that at where we're at now, and let me show you where I think we're at for the map for XRP at this moment. Basically, we're equivalent to like right here for XRP, where we got up to the top of the hot zone. We weren't able to smash right through it just yet. We needed to recharge. And now we're in this next phase where it's the second leg of the pump. So we're basically on this moment right here. So if we were to copy that over, which I already did, and come back, this actually brings us per the fractal and the targets to that 4236 extension at $16.84. So in my opinion, we could see for the next leg where we ultimately find our next kind of top is at $16.84. And then we would see potentially that sell signal come in. Because remember, looking to the past, what we did was we extended past that hot zone and then we went sideways, and then we had that sell now and we came back down. So if we were to follow that same trajectory, we would see us get to that 4236 extension. We would see us stretch past and above the hot zone. We would see that sell signal come in, and we could go from $17-ish all the way back down to around $6.26, which is basically a 65% correction. And then we would go sideways for a handful of months until ultimately putting the last leg of the move in, which we would potentially see that last sell now signal, which would be the second one. And like I said at the beginning, 2 sell signals before the ultimate top. We could see XRP then hit that 1618 extension level at $28 to $32 and potentially even stretch over it if it follows like the fractal did, and could see a high point of $100 for XRP this cycle in 2025. But at the end of the day, let me tell you this, there's a lot of people looking for $1,000 XRP, 10,000 XRP. In my opinion, I am not in that camp for this bull run. In my opinion, also, $100 may be out of the realm for this bull run, but it's a possibility. At the end of the day, when that sell signal comes in, the first one, the strategy that I am taking is I'm selling 33% of my XRP holdings on the first sell signal. On the second sell signal, I am selling another 33% of my XRP holdings on that signal. And I will always be holding the remainder 34% for the long term. Then we could see years of XRP coming back down and doing a 90% correction, right? We could be seeing that. And then at that point, we will, with the cash on the side, buy back in heavily to XRP and potentially even get XRP back at $3.43 again. So let me ask you this. If you're an XRP holder and you're not planning on selling anything, would you feel comfortable seeing it go up potentially to $100 to see it a year or maybe even 2 years later come back to $3.40 and watch it for those years stair step case down until we've reached that point? You know, something to think about, something to think about. And that would be a 97% correction and so much time elapsed at that point before we head up maybe at the tail end of this decade. And then we reach, you know, the $1,000, maybe $10,000 price point at that stage. So something to think about, because a lot of people I see in the comments of my TikTok saying, why would you sell? You know, hold it for the long run. And I've been in XRP since 2017. You know, I was thinking the same thing back then. But watching it for a year go down and lose 99% of value is not something fun when you could have just sold right at the top and then bought back in much lower. And how would your life be in those 2 years if you partook in that versus riding it all the way back down to where you bought it in at? It's just something to think about. So those are the levels. That's what I'm seeing. And that's the strategy. XRP, to recap, cannot break back down below $1.50. To be honest, I don't even want to see it break back down below $2, because if it does, we will see that first sell now signal flash. Then the concrete ceiling for XRP to break above is basically where it's at now, $2.50. But really the main one is $3.30. If it does that, we'll likely rapidly rise to $4, and then we'll break above that and go right up to around $6 to $7. If we can smash through that level and get above the hot zone, we will likely come to $9.69, potentially even $16, and then a sell now signal flash. And then we could see XRP come back down to around $6, and then going sideways for a handful of months. Then later this year or in summer, we could see XRP go for its second leg up, its final pump, final blow off top before the macro top comes in, where XRP could head up to anywhere from $28 to potentially as high as $100 before that second sell now signal comes in. And then we see the macro top come in and XRP fall 90% for a couple years on end before ultimately reaching its bottom, before starting the next macro cycle to the upside. One thing I want to mention as well too that I just forgot to is at the bottom, you see there's this colored kind of horizontal line here. Right now we're dark green. What does that mean? That means we're in extreme greed. There's a few times where XRP was dark green. That was back in 2021 in April, where XRP hit its macro top at around $1.80, $2. And then the previous time before that was in 2017 when it was in its first stage of the pump. And then in 2018 in January when it hit its second stage of the pump. So right now, you know, we're living in these crazy times where XRP is doing something and it hasn't done since 4 years ago. And now we're living in a time where these 4 months, we could see life-changing returns that you need to execute on if you want to live good the remainder of this decade. And we didn't even see from 2021, 4 years before that was the previous time. So like I said, The 4 years for 4 months is not a soundbite. It's real life. 2017, dark green. 2021, dark green. 2025, dark green. These 4 months will decide how you live for the rest of this decade. So play it right and get a strategy. We know our strategy here at Stargate. And if you're trying to get access to the Stargate software and follow this same strategy with us, then link is in the bio. Come to the website and put in a contact form. We can discuss and we can get you kitted and suited up before these sell signals come in. And we can get you set up with text signals for all your coins, because this is the strategy that we're following for all our holdings. We're on the high time frames. We're trying to nail the macro tops, 2 sell signals before the macro tops, scaling out. That's how we're doing it. So leave a like and a comment, share this with every XRP holder you know. Let me know if you want me to cover another coin in the comments of this video, whether it be Velo, whether it be HBAR, whether it be SUI. You let me know and I will continue the saga, and I will see you guys in the Discord. Link is in the bio for that. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Cause I don't know no better. No hoodie, no fleece, no sweater. Might just freeze in this weather. I'm outside, smoking my weed when I get up. Trying to just breathe, I'm fed up. I don't want beef on cheddar. People trying to get my cheese, my feta. Gonna need new reeds for the setup. New keys get sped up. He ain't no yeast, but it's bread up. Yeah. People gon' use it like voodoo. This journey get brutal. I burn any bridge and I treat you like who you.